That's right, that was another classic hit from me. You know, this is great. Thank you for tuning in. New downloads, that's awesome. But this is the part where I scream really loud and go, "It's the Jerrad Show!" Oh, that one was a little long. Tonight, Frank Moody's motherfucking back.
What's up, bitches?
He's back. Thank God for Frank Moody, right? Yeah, that's what I say.
How often?
3 or 4 times a night.
Every Saturday night.
It is another Saturday night for us, but this one, so this is what I'm thinking about. This one is going to be set in the future, okay? This podcast is basically going to come out on Wednesday this week. This one's dropped, so if you're listening, this is Wednesday, obviously. If you're listening to fresh Jerrad Show, you're going to be listening to this on Wednesday. And, you know, it's the same night for us. This is Saturday. Yeah. This is when we do our thing.
Bro, you know how much money Judge Judy makes?
How much money?
Like, I think $140 million.
Is this real?
Yeah. And she only works like 52 days out of the week. She records all that shit
52 days in a week?
Oh, I mean,
that's a lot.
Sorry, a year.
Okay.
Come on. She works 52 days a year. That's it. She records all the shows all year. In 52 days.
Yeah, man, but she's a judge.
Balling.
She's also
that's what we're doing right now.
She's also a judge, though. I mean,
we record all of our shows in 52 days.
Oh, I see where you're going with that one. I got you.
That was my point, anyways.
That's pretty funny, man.
But whatever's clever.
Do you like stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a live stand-up comedy
we went,
show?
Well, I mean...
Was that the only time that you went?
No, I've been to other ones, but we went together to the Kevin Smith one.
Steve Smith.
I almost said Steve Smith.
Yeah, no, Kevin Smith. That was my 5th time seeing Kevin Smith.
Who the fuck is Steve Smith?
I don't know. He's probably a football player.
Yeah.
Sounds like a football player.
That definitely sounds
like Steve Smith for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that's who that is.
In the 8th round of the NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers select Steve Smith from Washington University. Oh, yeah, see, god damn it. If we had producer Pete here, we could just have, like... we could just have, like, the sound effects ready to go, man. I do miss producer Pete a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. God, this is a long...
Fuck producer Pete.
This is a long...
Hold it back, please, people. This is live. Thank you.
Producer Pete, man. I miss him, kind of. Like, he brought a certain element to the whole show, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, we could always just cuss him out anytime we wanted.
Yeah, but you know,
it's kind of a
the style,
reliever.
the show that that I let him produce, which was the last. Let's talk about this. I guess we could talk about it was the last show that he ever produced, the first show he ever produced.
Yeah,
and his
show.
His style just conflicted with I think the style of the show, at least with what we're going with. I mean, we try different things here and there. We try taste tests. We've done some pretty crazy shit that, you know, we probably haven't... I don't think that we've released it at this point, because, remember, this is set in the future. This is Wednesday.
We're not even
when
here
this
right
is
now.
released. But actually, you know, whatever.
You're here.
But, yeah, man, this is fun. I like doing podcasts a lot. I think if we could do a show, a full 45-minute show with no interruptions, no song breaks, nothing like we've done before. I mean, because, you know, we played the song in the beginning, which that ate up about 3 minutes of time. So that, what is it, 42 minutes?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Or so.
But the world needed to hear that, so.
Yeah. So what did you think about that? That was a young Jerrad playing the guitar. That was the extent of my guitar knowledge at that point. I mean, I could do that.
And on some Tenacious D.
Yeah, well, that was like, you know, that was how I played the guitar. If you listen to the rest of the, you know, the whole album, like we did on the last show, that one, I mean, you can tell that was my style of playing guitar.
Who did you used to play guitar with? What was that? William? Will?
In high school, I played. No, I didn't play with Will. our friend Will. We went to a middle school with him, and I played with him. Played guitar with him at the fucking school, and we had a little band in middle school. Then when I got to high school, I think it was my sophomore year, I saw this kid with his guitar in the stands of the football. It was like a fucking bomb. What did they have?
Bomb threats, man.
Bomb threats.
303 meeting and the what was the
Dude, I do not
office?
remember very much about that. I just remember being like, "Oh yeah, we going outside to fucking party with the rest of the school in the field."
Yeah, it was like we have a 303 meeting in the administration's office or principal's office.
And that would mean a bomb threat.
Yeah, everybody knew it was like sweet break time.
So they piled us into the fucking stadium. Which, I mean, if somebody really had a bomb...
Just put that shit in
bomb
the stadium.
Dude,
that was the talk.
Big,
that was what everybody talked about
Jesus.
in the stadium when we were killing time. It's like, what if they just put a bomb out here?
Well, I mean, we were on the opposing sides. At our high school, we had huge giant...
So they could just, like, drive by the street, just...
yeah, just pepper... Bomb threat, just fucking...
The whole fucking crowd.
Holy shit.
Man.
But
I'm glad we don't plan shit like that.
Well, no, it's just I think we think of terrible thoughts because we're indecent human beings sometimes.
That could be it. I think I just felt vulnerable.
Anyways, one of those 303 meetings, it means something totally different now. It makes me think of the rap group 303. But there's this kid. I think he was a freshman at the time when I was a sophomore. And he had his guitar and he had it out, and I walked up to him and I said, "Hey man, can I play your guitar?" And he was like, "Yeah, go ahead." Which is like, for guitar players, you always be like, I know how to play the guitar. I don't want you to worry that I'm gonna fuck your guitar up, or I'm just gonna sit here and be like, ding, 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 ding. Oh wow, these strings are really nice. Ding, ding. I wouldn't do that. I would actually try to play something and be like, "Here, check this out. I can play this," and try to get the other people around. Be like, "Oh wow, this guy's playing this one song." So I did. I don't remember what I played. Probably like Eminem, because I could play the 8 Mile song. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that thing. I could play that, and I was playing that or Hey Ya. Probably would be the other guess that I would say that I was playing Hey Ya. That was one song that everybody would be like, "Oh shit, I know that song." And we started. I was like,
"Who was that?"
His name was Jeremiah.
Oh shit!
And
yeah,
we played a
dark
couple
hair?
of shows.
Dark hair.
Yeah, dark. I think
Yeah.
it was like an American Indian background.
Yeah, I know
Native
exactly
American, Native peoples
He was
background.
a skinny little kid.
Yeah, he was real cool. I mean, might be wrong. I'm not really good at those kind of, nailing people's ethnicities.
Yeah.
Sorry, I started that. I questioned myself mid-speech. I was like, am I saying the right word, ethnicity? Am I saying it correctly? Did I mispronounce it? I don't know. But I played guitar with him, and I played his guitar, and then I was like, man, I'll bring my guitar in, tomorrow, and we'll meet at lunch. What lunch do you have? Or blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I go to all the lunches, because in my sophomore year, we had the split-up lunch system, and I just went to all my lunches. I was like, fuck that class. I'm just going to go out here in the patio for second lunch, and back in the lunchroom for the third lunch, just buy some cookies, and, just chill, and I think I skipped... 32 days in a row.
It was fourth period was split up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I fucking skipped 32 days in a row, 38 days in a row. Like, and that's school days, Like, so that's like fucking 2 months, 3 months where I wasn't going to class. She was like, I thought you had got out of my class. My teacher was like, I thought you had got out of my class and went to another class. I thought you had changed class. I didn't know you were still in my class. I literally just stopped going to class and just went to lunch every day. That was fucking awesome. And I would take my guitar and play my guitar with Jeremiah, and eventually we wound up playing shows together. We played Battle of the Bands, where I actually sang on stage terribly, like I did in that, the episode that we played, or the podcast we did before. I didn't like the way I sang, and neither did the judges. We lost. We tied for third place. They didn't want it. There was four entries, and we tied for third place with, the loser. There was like, no, there's no loser. You guys are both terrible. So, because it was me and Jeremiah doing this like little, skit, and then we went into a couple of songs, which was good. I mean, I planned it out, and I it's somewhere on a videotape. I think my grandfather recorded it on videotape because he was there with my grandmother and my dad, my brothers, and the other band was two guys. One guy on the, I think they were brothers, and one had a guitar, one had drums, and they were pretty just wild and crazy and didn't have it together really music-wise, but they had it together like as a show, I guess. And they tied with us, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I really like that. So if we're at least equal to that, that's cool. But the other were like two real fucking bands, like where kids from other schools who like grew up with other kids.
It's kind of like two competitions.
Yeah,
it was like in between those two bands.
Yeah,
and in between
exactly.
Y'all two.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, and oddly enough, 4 more years, the band that we mentioned last podcast was the winner of that show. So I played a show with the band that I, recorded my first CD with, basically. So
that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I remember you playing guitar all the time.
Yeah. What was your high school experience like? Didn't you do weren't you like doing a lot of things that most white kids weren't doing? Weren't you like the first kid in the step team?
Yeah, I did.
First white kid in the step team.
Yeah, I did. We did competitions and all that shit. Went to different high schools and did different shows. I performed at USS Sundome.
You know what I was about to ask you?
It's good shit.
You know what I was about to ask you? Can you still do that shit?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second.
I could still do the choreography. I could teach the choreography, I feel like. But,
that would be
as in me physically doing it, Jerrad, I'm going to go with a no.
That would be a truly heroic story. He lost his leg in a motorcycle.
And comes back and
came
does
back
a stump video.
and he does a step team, teaches kids to step.
Yeah.
And,
I run an after-school program.
that would be funny, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you have one leg, bro.
Put fucking holes through floors and shit.
Oh, man.
That's alright. The table's here, man. You couldn't see.
What was that like being the only white kid on the fucking step team? You were the only white kid, or were there other white people?
Was it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There wasn't even
because it's a very
a remotely Spanish person.
Oh, there was a Spanish person.
No.
Oh wow.
No.
Wow, man. That's
dude.
crazy.
I could fucking show you the high school. I'm in the yearbook. And the picture for the step team is me sitting in front of all these black, in the middle of all these black guys around me.
Wow.
I mean, it's a pretty hilarious picture if you look at. But yeah,
what did that do for
really
you?
fun.
What did that do for you in high school? How did that affect your high school career, or did
Not
it?
really being shy, I guess. I would say, it kind of. It's like, oh, he does step and pretty much dance and shit.
Like I'm saying, did you get pussy off that? That's what I'm trying to...
No, definitely.
There's got to be
PG.
some sexy black girl that's like, ooh, that white boy on step team.
Braiding my hair and shit before the show.
Oh, shit. That's braid to get some cornrows, bro. Oh, shit, man. That's fucking hilarious.
No, man, those were some good times.
Yeah, high school, man. We could sit here and talk about high school all day. I probably could. I mean, high school was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I was not into getting credits at all.
That's why I went to a different school.
First 3 years of high school, I got 12 credits. Supposed to have 18. I was like 6 credits short going into my. I got 12 credits my senior year, and ended up graduating on time.
Yeah, I know. I remember you busted your ass.
My senior year was not fun.
Yeah, your mom
like your
really
senior year is
forced you.
supposed to be.
Mine was.
Yeah,
mine was pretty fun.
Horrible.
I went to a different school.
That's what
I left, and you were supposed to go.
I just showed up and like, oh, look at this good kid. This kid is great.
Yeah, exactly.
What a
well,
good
no,
student.
there weren't really bad kids there.
No, I mean me.
I'm
they would
saying
have had no idea that all the trouble I was getting myself.
there were some wild fucking kids at that school that I went to. Though I left and went to.
You went to Hillsborough for a little bit, didn't you?
No, I went to a career center place.
Bowers Whitley.
Well, if you want to get technical and look it up online, you could. You know, I went there with culinary arts, and half the fucking day was just, you know, talking about cooking. I was like, what? This is fucking ridiculous. And then the rest of the day,
cooking going
you know, no, we would do lunch service, and then like pretty much every day we would do lunch. We'd have like demos sometimes where we'd learn how to, you know, assemble a Cuban sandwich, a proper Cuban sandwich, not just the what they serve, you know, because we were taught by a chef. I don't know. It was the rest of the day. All I did was fucking sit on the computer and play emulators, and go on Sublime on a Sublime. No, it was fun as shit, man. Because I was
not the computer.
I got to go on. Well, the class was being on a computer. You had to go on the computer and complete all these programs and complete all these tests and all this shit. And I'd go in and I'd just fucking rail through it in like 2 hours. And then for the rest of the year, I wouldn't have to fucking do anything. Or maybe not the rest of the year, but maybe a month down the road, I'll have to do another 2 hours of work and complete, you know, 100 fucking tasks.
But you had to go to school every day.
Yeah. But I would go to school, dude. I went to school at that school drunk. I remember one time I took a liter bottle of Diet Coke and filled it up with Black Canadian or Canadian Black. I don't know what it's a whiskey, and that I got for Christmas from a friend of mine who was St. P. He was on a podcast that I used to do. If you ever listen to Coco Loco. Which I think it possibly could still be out there. I don't know if it actually is, but Coco Loco, there was a guy named St. P, and that was my, you know, friend from back then. He gave me a bottle for Christmas, which was pretty fucking awesome. And I was drunk as fuck at school.
That's good.
No, it was terrible. I mean, I was a little kid, you know. I was like a 17. I was 18. I was 18. I started, we didn't smoke weed at school, you know, so we smoked it before school, out off school grounds. I would take the school bus there, and then I'd get off the school bus, walk off property, go light up a cigarette, and walk over to like the Arby's or whatever. And then everybody, you know, everybody was smoking weed back then. We're all 17, 18-year-old kids. We think we're adults. So we're smoking fucking weed and, you know, doing stupid shit. I don't know. That was a crazy fucking school, man. There's like patio tables that were like 50 or 60 feet away from the rest of the school and lunch area. I guess it was like the teacher's smoke area that they put them there, but you would never see a teacher there smoking. But we were there, and some kid fucking took a fucking Sprite can and punched in the fucking side of it and put weed in it and fucking smoked it like right there on the fucking school grounds. I was like, what the fuck? You are crazy motherfucker, bro. Because we had TPD. It was in a terrible neighborhood. So we had Tampa police right there. Like, right fucking there, you know? That motherfucker. And there was people going to jail left and fucking right for weed, fucking papers, you know, whatever they are, to roll joints, blunts and shit, man. We used to be wild as fuck, dude. We used to stand in a circle.
All kinds of flashbacks and shit.
Me too. That's why I keep. We'll spit them out, man. Well, I'm the only one talking here. You make like a co-host.
It's a good goddamn story, bro.
Well, that was a good story.
I'm just telling you about the time, yeah. Dude, I don't even man, smoking out. I don't know. Smoking was just such a regular thing. We smoked all the fucking time,
bro.
I smoked in every bathroom at Chamberlain.
Yes, well,
Out of
cigarettes.
a soda can. Weed.
Smoking weed at Chamberlain.
Smoked weed at Chamberlain.
Wow, that's
bathroom.
cuckoo, bro. That's crazy.
Because I mean, the school was open during lunch, pretty much. So you could walk.
Oh wow,
go wherever you want.
Yeah, I never did any of that over at Chamberlain.
I mean, you said soda can. I'm like, oh shit, I smoked everywhere with that shit.
Oh yeah. No, I never. Dude, that's pretty ballsy. I mean, I would go sneak out.
No, it was.
I would go sneak
ballsy.
out and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, teacher."
It's like, boom, you hit
in the computer class.
You pass it underneath to your friend.
Crazy, bro.
He hits and you're off.
That's crazy.
You're leaving the bathroom.
I remember I would go to be like, "Yo, teacher, I gotta go to the bathroom, whatever," and then just like walk out of school property and go fucking fire up a cigarette and then come back to class. And I was 18 years old, so technically I could do that. But, I mean, they gave me all kinds of, like, I was like the equivalent of the senior class president. Or, like, the president of the whole school. I wrote the alma mater. I selected the fucking coat of arms or whatever. I was like, yeah, I think that's a good one because it means this, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember any of it. I don't remember a fucking thing of it, man. Because I turned 18 and I was like, I'm an adult. I can do it. I can party like an adult, bro.
Back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great. I remember actually, I did smoke cigarettes the year before, the junior year. I started smoking cigarettes that February, I think. The February before I turned 18, and me and you got in trouble one time when we went out back. Behind the agriculture area by the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Jumping the fence.
We didn't jump the fence.
We should have.
No. We smoked a cigarette. We had just finished a cigarette, and we were just standing there waiting, trying to get maybe put some cologne on or something like that. And back walks a fucking officer, school resource officer or whatever, and he's like, "Okay, come with me." And we're like, oh, shit, man. And I had a lighter and a pack of cigarettes in my pocket. Or maybe I had just, like, 2 cigarettes. I think, okay, I remember. I had 2 cigarettes left in an Altoids tin with a cigarette lighter in the fucking tin. And I ditched it in a trash can. That's right, a trash can. Man, this is all coming back to me right now. It's crazy. And they went to search us. And they were like, "We know you have cigarettes. Where are they?" And I was like, "Dude, we don't have them." And he's like, "If I have to search..." Oh, it was Sergeant Major. That's who found us. The guy from the fucking... That's right. Yeah, that was scary because this military dude found us. He's like, What are you kids doing over here? Come, get over here right now." And he's like, "I'm going to call the school resource officer down." Then the school resource officer comes down. He's like, "If you guys just have cigarettes, just give them up to me. I'll throw them away right here in front of me. Just throw them away right now." And we won't have. And I was like, "Dude, I don't have anything," because I had chucked them in the fucking garbage can already. Like, all sneaky. Like, when he was walking, I don't know why he let us walk behind him. Yeah. Because maybe it's that military leader shit where he's like, "I'm in front, motherfuckers." Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That officer.
The little short.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to mention names because I don't know the legality of bringing people's names into our conversation. So that
officer, I mean, De Jesus. I mean, Jesus
Christ. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
And
I mean, if you think about it, the listeners don't really give a fuck about specific names.
It was actually in our class. Somebody had some money missing.
Oh, right? Shit! So
they searched.
They searched people, everybody,
right? And I had fucking cigarettes on me, and I ended up getting in trouble for that reason, because I had cigarettes on me while they were searching for money. And dude, I was so pissed because whoever took the fucking money ended up getting me fucking caught with my cigarettes. But Officer De Jesus caught me. And they gave me like a little ticket, a citation, bro. They gave me a citation for smoking or for having cigarettes on school property. Oh
shit! Yeah. Okay, so another thing, when I graduated, or I didn't graduate, I left that school and went to the new school. I went back, but I was 18, and at a football game, and I went down beneath the home bleachers, out far past like by the gate, almost to the end of the stadium, and lit up a cigarette. I was smoking a cigarette down there, no problem. And then the assistant principal from last year, she comes up and she's like, Jerrad, what are you doing? It's like, put that out. I was like, what? I'm 18. She's like, this is a school, Jerrad. You don't smoke in a school. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. And I put it out. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know that you could get a ticket for fucking smoking in the school. But she, thankfully, she was like, you fucking idiot. I know you're 18. I remember you asshole. The fuck are you doing? This is a school, you idiot. Oh, man. High school. Those are good times, man. Brings you back. You know, soon you're going to have kids that go into high school pretty soon.
I have one starting middle school next week.
That's crazy. So, time flies, bro. So, like, in, 3 years, that means she'll be starting high school as a freshman. So,
yeah.
So, it's just going to... that's craziness. She's going to be getting into those crazy things sometimes.
4 years from there, she's going to college.
Let's hope she doesn't start early, Start in, like, 7th grade like some kids that I knew back in school.
Yeah.
Those kids are fucking
she's
wild,
pretty focused.
Doing drugs or shit.
I'm pretty sure it's got a lot to do with the parenting.
Yeah.
So, I think we're all right.
Yeah, I think she's in, good hands. You guys aren't, crazy, so...
No, we're
except on the Jerrad Show.
Okay.
We're crazy as fuck on the Jerrad Show. I don't know, man. What did you think of doing double episodes?
Let's fucking do another one. I don't mind it. I'd just be sitting at the fucking house, man.
Oh, so you
run it back.
You could just do
we
podcast after podcast.
We'll carry a mic around with us all fucking day, bro. Let's go live.
That would actually be fun. We should go to like a
if there's
live
something going
event.
on in Tampa, we should hit that shit up.
That would be fun. We could go out and do like a content. We could get like content from people. Like, what do you think of the local election? But see, that's the problem about doing episodes that are like this, like where we're doing 2 episodes or 3 episodes in a row. This isn't going to air until Wednesday, and there's all kinds of things that could happen from now until Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true.
9/11 happened on a Tuesday, folks.
We'll
I've got the documents here that say that it was our government who was doing it. That's my Alex Jones. Do you like that?
It wasn't bad.
You don't
Yeah,
like
I definitely know who Alex Jones is.
Oh,
InfoWars.
I'm sure everybody knows. Donald Trump is their president.
He's a bit over the top.
Anything's possible, people. I can't believe that Alex Jones, he's mainstream now.
How about
Everybody
that
knows
Tommy
him.
Lauren?
Fuck it. This is the Jerrad Show ending. Peace. Thanks for tuning in, people. Follow me on Twitter at Jerrad Show. Follow Frank if you want to. I don't know why. I don't think he's ever posted anything ever. I'm real Frank Moody, though. Follow the Facebook page if you listen this far and you haven't liked the fucking Facebook page. What are you doing with your life? With my life? You have my life in your hands. Help me out. When you can't get Facebook likes, you fucking beg for them. That's what I've seen.
If it ain't a Bic, it's not worth the flick.
If it's not a Bic, it's not worth the flick. That's Bic. Bic lighters. And also they do ballpoint pens. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I think we should do shows every time just like this. Just have some rock and metal going on in the background. No, that would be terrible. It would be terrible to listen to. I like listening to shows that you don't have to listen to a bunch of things that are going on at once. And this is pretty loud too. I think this is gonna be pretty loud in people's cars.
Outro music.
Thanks for listening, for real. This is the end. Thanks for listening this long. Subscribe, like the video if you're watching this on YouTube. You're a great person. You're a really great person, and thank you. That one person. The one person that's watching this. You. That's it. You.